Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see the basic configuration of TIA portal with some simulator and PLC connectivity for S7-1200. Just to double click the TIA portal version 16. It will take little bit time to open the application. Once it's open, there is many options we have. Just click create new project. Then you can just enter the project name. Just I will enter now the project name as demo and give the path. So we can just create one new folder for the in desktop, and I will give the name as demo. Then select the folder. Then you can see the version 16 and give any command. So I will give just some name to create the demo application. Once you enter the command, then you can just give create. It will create the new project. So it will take again little bit time. Once it's created, it will come off the first step. Start, configure a device, write the PLC program, configure the tech objects, configure the HMI, and also the open the project view. Currently we created new, so you just give configure a device. Then it will show you here, show all the devices or add new devices. And also if you see the left side, you have many options: device and networks, PLC program, monitor and technology, visualization, etc. From show all devices, now currently we don't have any device, so you just click the add new device. Then it will show this page: controllers, HMI, PC systems. So now first initially we will check the controller. So we have many options: semantic S7200, S7-1500, semantic drive controllers, S7-300, 400. Now we will select S7-1200 or 1200, and I'm going to select CPU. See, 1211C, you have many options, and if you see similarly we have different models with AC and DC, and also for relay options. Just what I will do now, I will select any one of them, and you can see the complete description of the PLC, and even you can see the version, firmware version, article number. Even if you need, you can change the firmware versions, and you can see the complete description of the PLC. Example, the work memory and how many DI, DO, AI, and it is supporting OPC, UA, server details, everything. And just click, once you select that CPU, just click add, and it will create the controller in the PLC program basic. It will take little bit time. So once it will directly open to the project overview page. In any of the PLC products, initially once we created the project, need to be add the new CPU hardware configuration in any automation branded softwares. So now it's created new application for new controller, And now you can see the complete detail of that controller. Okay, this is the overview of the controller. Just if you click the controller, you can see the properties downside. If you're not seen, just drag that properties, you can find all the details. Now just I will just click the general. You can see the product information, then catalog information. From there you can see all the CPU details, then identification maintenance. From the, see, if you see one by one, you can find all the details for the general of that PLC. Initially you can change the PLC detail. And also if you go for identification maintenance checksums, and if you go for configuring the Profibus Profinet interface, click the Ethernet address in the interface network with. Initially there is in the subnet there is no network. Add new subnet and it will select the PN/E as default. Select that one and add to the network. Then you can see the default IP address of the PLC. And the default IP address is 192.168.0.1 and subnet is 255.255.255.0. If you are using any router, you can select this option, use router option. Otherwise you just remove that option, because it will make a routing to your PLC in between if you have any routers. So if you have routers or gateway in between. So in our case we are not going to use this one, so I am going to remove the use router currently. And if you see the downside, you have the details for Profinet device name, and even if you need to change, you can put any other names also instead of PLC_1, etc. And also for the upside, you can see the subnet, you can change that address also. And now if I need to add more device, you can add by right side. You have catalog, you can drag also. Now first we'll complete this general properties. See, after you select this IP address, then you can drag down and you can see the Profinet detail also. This is the Profinet device name as well as converter name. And you can see the time synchronization. If it's having any NTP servers, you can use this option. And operating mode, if you have any IO device, for operating mode you can select that assigned IO controller for that. So here just add, and you did not assign, but you can see the downside option. You can add some communication devices and assign there. Then we can go to the other options. See, you can see the unassigned address here, devices. So now this is for later, we can see the complete detail of that one. Now we can go for advanced options. Here you can see the port details also. For the S7-1200, you can see complete detail of that port options. Here you have the interface options. Suppose you need to select any IO communications, you can go to real-time settings and change the real-time options, and also the ports. You can check your port of your S7-1200 details. And if you need to enable the web server, you can select the web server access and give enable, so you can connect for web server. Now for our case, we are going to here we have 14 DI, DC, DC, DC option we selected already. So we have 14 DI and 10 DO option. So in ours general, you can see the detail of each IO modules. It will come for each channel. So you can check the each channel address also for DI. If you see all the details for each DI, you can select, even you can make the rising or falling edge for the DIs. And also you can set the speeds, scan rate also, and also for the input filters. Similarly, if you go for digital output, you can see the all the digital output signals, and also you can make the start address and end address. Actually, start address, if you select, it will be automatically, the end address will calculate directly. And if you go for, there is 2 AI, and also you can see this, there is 2 channels, you can select that one. Currently we have 0 to 10 volt in our controller. Okay, now we can see even the high speed counters also. If you need to select for high speed counters, we can use these options. And also you can see the pulse generator, PTO, PMO, PWM. For this is for pulse selections. And you have for the another thing, you have OPC UA in this module. So if you are going to connect through OPC UA, you can activate this OPC UA server. So S7-1200 is supporting digital transformations projects also, because it is supporting for industry 4, and it is very advanced one. So you can use even web server as well as OPC UA. And also if you see in web server, you can activate the web servers for all the module of this device, or automatic updates or anything. Now we can check for the catalogs, because we are going to add subcards now. If you just click that 2, and right side you can see all the DI, DO, AI cards detail. So you can just select here and drag and drop to the particular place. Example, if you need to select for slot 2, you can just select and drag and drop to the 2 directly. So the right side you can see all the IO or CPU or communication boards, battery boards, communication modules, and other technology modules which is supporting to this card. So you can just select that one and drag and drop to that particular slot. So it will be automatically add, and you can see the downside properties, you can see the detail, and you can change the even the address later on. Now I am going to add an analog card one, and I added 8 channel 13-bit card, and also I added 124 ADI card. So you can see the detailed downside in the properties. So you can see the address also, for starting address from 8 until uh, uh, I think end also 8, because it will start from the start address is 8, but 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.3, 8.4, like that. It will start that as you can see here, I8.02, I8.3, like this. And also similarly you can see the each channel same like before, and the addressing you can find from the IO tag. You see here %8 I8.0, like that. So now we can check the all the details for each module from the downside properties. Similar for that AI channel also, you can see the complete detail, and you can select even if it is volt, the measuring is voltage. See, you can select to that one is current, and it will show you 0 to 20 milliamps or 4 to 20 milliamps. So I selected 4 to 20 milliamps. And first one you have option, second one it will be show only current, because first one you already selected current. So second one also it will select automatically current. Therefore each two through channels you can select the option either current or voltage. In the current, if you select the first channel for 4 to 20 milliamps, second channel even you can select 0 to 20 milliamps. There is option to select all the channels individually, but each two channels you can select either current or voltage. And you can find this address in IO tags, and also the system constant you can see for the module detail description. Now from the left side you can find the device configuration, this complete detail. Now we will go to program blocks. From there you can find the main OB1, which is used to make the program for any ladder logic or anything. Before that, just you check the local modules in downside which you selected already in the local modules, and you can see the PLC tags which shows all the tags used in your PLC program, and also PLC data types. You can add all the new data types also. Now we are going to add the PLC tags one by. So currently you don't have any PLC tags. Just double click there and add the PLC tag. Now I am going to add for pump for some demo signals like pump run, PMP underscore run, and default table tag table is default and tag type is boolean. Address is percentage. It will take directly by at first address percentage I 0.0. Then the second I will going to configure the second one, pump underscore trip, TRIP. Then once it will be add automatically the address I 0.1. If you need to change the address, you can change by by clicking in the address. You can change the address. Now I am going to add pump underscore auto. From the right side, from the same table, you can see assess, write, and visible. Sometimes if you don't need to assess someone, you can disable the assess as well. Or if you need to make only if you don't need someone, no need to be visible, you can disable the visible option also, and write option and assess option. So similarly I can add the other signals, pump manual. Now we already added 4 signals currently. Just I copied and dragged for the others pump 2. You have option to select that one also. Just you can copy and drag. It will be automatically add for if you have 2-3 pumps, you can do this option. See, now when I select the pump one, it came the same address. So you need to change the address during that time when you are dragging. So I selected all the 4 tags and just I will drag the 4 tags now. See, now it's added pump, initially pump underscore run, then I added underscore 1 additional. The address is not changed, so I need to be make by manual. Just I will put 4 I percentage I 0.4, and it's showing that address already available, so I need to change by manual. Percentage I 0.6, percentage I 0.7. Just I added some DI signal for testing purpose. Now I am going to add the DO signal for pump command. So I just put pump underscore start command, and I will change to Q. I denotes for input and Q denotes for digital output. So I will put the first module, first one is Q.0.0 for start or stop. Even you can make by as per your control philosophy. Sometimes it will come start command and stop command in same one signal. Sometimes you can change that one for separately, like start command is for DO1 and stop command for DO2. Currently I use subtract same command. So I added for second pumps down, and I added one level transmitter also, tank underscore level, and I can change this instead of boolean, because boolean is either 0 or 1, but now this is variable analog, so I can change that one to integer int. So once I give integer, it will show you this wrong address, so I need to change that one to integer. I will put I then I will put w, it will come automatically w, so it will take automatically percentage I0 IW0. So now we configure the basic IOs for a demonstration purpose. So the address for first channel is percentage IW112. So I will click here and I will change the address for IW112. And after I complete the PLC tags, then if you double click the device configuration and you just go to IO tags, you can see all the IO tags, its description, everything is reflected in our tags directly. Even sometimes you can enter directly from the IO tags, or you can enter in the PLC tags. It will be reflected here in the properties of each PLCs. Even if you click the each P controllers, you can see the descriptions on the below of that each one. Example, you can see PLC underscore 1 CPU 1214 C, and it will show the model by shortly. But if you click that one same in the properties downside in general, you can see the complete detail of the PLC. But here it will just show what is the model only, but you cannot see the complete description or complete tag of each model, because in Siemens PLCs you have the big model numbers. So now we can just click the show all tags. So you can see all our tags which we configured earlier. Now we completed the tag part, and we are going to move to program block. In the program block, the main one is OB1. The main cyclic OB1 is the organization block, which is responsible for cyclic execution for your logic by the PLC. Whenever you are creating the new project or in the Siemens PLC, the main OB1 will automatically created by the software itself. Now just double add new block. Just right click or add new block, then it will open one new pop-up which will show the main organization block, function block, functions and data blocks. The organization block or OB, we can tell as OB, which have many functions like program cycle, startup, time delay interrupt, cyclic interrupt, hardware, diagnostics and many. And you have in function blocks, which is used to create the function block of any of the logics, and functions you can create by individual application, and you can make into function block, and data block you can use for data uh, tags, to create the tags in the data block. In this language you can select ladder logic, function block diagram, or stril language as well. Now function blocks are code which stores the values permanently instead of data blocks, and functions code or subroutine with dedicated memory, and data blocks is used to make the database. So just double click the function, and you are going to add one function for temporary testing purpose for as demo, and you will give the name called pump, because these functions you can create one time and you can use multiple times in your application as well. So I am just going to add one ladder application called pump. Then it will create under that main OB1. This is one of the function, pump1 function, and just click that function pump1 and drag and drop to main OB1. It will automatically add in your network. See, or you can just right click, insert network, or insert SCL network. It will and you can add the pump here directly. See, just drag and drop the functions from the upside, and you can give the name PUMP pump, or you can select from the selectors and you can search the name of that particular function. I'll give PUMP. So you can find here and just add that function. So you can find the function here. So it's calling now from the function block of the pump. It is calling in our main OB1. So this is very important in the Siemens Siemens PLC. Now in the pump, just double click the pump and you can add one small logic for testing purpose. Just you can give one normally open contact, one close contact, and one output. Once you drag that normally open contact, and you can select upside which you created the tags earlier, no? That one, it will be added automatically. Just click there, browse, and you can add that tags. Just I add there is pump is in auto and there is no manual, and it will give you the arrow mark. Still it's open, but we need to close there. So just I will drag one more DI for pump healthy, because before it's not created. Just what I will do now, just I will add pump healthy and I will click, but it will show you it's not created. So therefore it is showing the red network one, it is showing the red color. So even I can add that one in the upside of the pump directly, because this is not the addressing, because you are using this one as internal address. This is like a memory tag. So I can add directly in the input itself. So if I add there, it will show you in front, it will show you slash pump underscore healthy. Sorry, ash pump underscore healthy. Now I will add the output for that. So I will give the command, when the pump is auto and pump is healthy, it will start the pump. So just if you need to select, you can give set the normal like output for set, reset, or positive or negative output. Just I will, for temporary purpose, just I will add this output directly. So here you can see there is many options to make the output. Just I will select the command, and I'm going to give the pump underscore start command. So you can find now you complete one small logic. Even if you need to make set, you can set directly, you can make from there itself. Just select and change the to set or reset or direct command. Now I will add the output for that. So I will give the command. When the pump is auto and pump is healthy, it will start the pump. So just if you need to select, you can give set the normal like output for set, reset, or positive or negative output. Just I will, for temporary purpose, just I will add this output directly. We already make the pump start command from the upside trunk, which is set. Now we are going to make a reset set of that pump, because you are using one command for both start and stop purpose. So just we are going to add for stop in this network too. Sometimes based on the client's requirement, sometimes you can use the same bit for start and stop, and sometimes you need to make separate command q0.0 for start and q0.1 for stop. But in our case we are going to use the same bit q0.0 and no auto, then it will give the stop command. And it is not pump is not, or the pump is not healthy, you can stop the pump. So this one also I will give in parallel, because if any one of the condition, either the pump is not in auto or the pump it is in manual, or if it is the pump is not in healthy, then I can reset the pump command. You can see the basic runs like normally open, normally close, or any symbols on upside. Just drag and drop the symbols and you can get here the logic, and add the tags in the logics, and we will make compile. Then we just compile the logics and it will build bounds. The downside you can see there is
Now
no
I can
error.
save the project.
After that, just save the logic. Once it's saved, we can just make the simulation now. So we will check the option to first we need to compile the project before making the download to the main controller or simulation. Make in any of the project, even in Siemens or Schneider or anywhere, just initially you need to make a compile. If there is no error or warning, there is no issue for warning, but for error it should not have any error. Once it's okay, then you need to make the download for either for simulators or for the device itself directly. So you have option to make download for download to device, upload to device, simulator, run, go online, go offline, start, and stop the processor. So now I will double click the go online. Before I'm going to go online, just I will check this my simulator. See, when I start, I am disabled to uh, on my simulator, so just I will enable the simulator, so it's on the simulator. You can see the simulator directly here. Currently there is no simulation because it's not connected. So I will click to run. So it is showing that there is no project currently, and just I will power on the simulator and I will click run. Still it's showing that not unconfigured. So first I will double click and to configure the device. So once it's open the extended download to a device, then select the connection to interface subnet PNIE and start search. So the upside one, this is your usual address 192.168.0.1. From the down it should show here in the selected target device. Currently it is still searching because still it's not able to communicate with your simulator itself. So it is still searching and attempting to connect to the device with the address of 192.168.0.1. See, now we find the simulator address. So you can double click this one. If you click the flash LED, you suppose it should become and flash in your simulator, but currently it's not simulating. So I will try to click load, but still it's not connected. So I will try to compile again by checking if we have any other error or not. So I am checking the module. It's automatically compiling the complete configuration. Initially it is compiling the configuration, then it will check the program part, and also it will check the diagnostic as well. Now it's almost the PLC, it is compiled. It is compiling. It will take little bit time to compile the complete part. So now it's calculated and complied the complete part, but still I am finding some error. The loading will not perform because precondition not met is condition for the PLC simulator. So I will check what is the issue exactly. Because the compile is showing there is some software compiling completed error, compiling of hardware without the configuration. So just I'm checking to make everything is okay in my application, and I will recompile again for these things. What I will do, I will make a complete compile for hardware and software as well now. Just I will close all the tabs. It is showing that cannot start, it's unconfigured, the simulation is not configured, PLC simulator. So I will close and check again. I will double click, go to online. See, now in the right side bottom you can find that connection to PLC one terminated because it is trying, it's not able to connect with the simulator. Just I will go to offline, and again I will try to start the simulator. Now again, see, now it's trying to start. See, now you see the different things. Before it's showing no projects, still it's showing no project, but in the PLC we will try to connect, and it's showing now. See, when now I can see the compilation almost is ready for loading, but you can see some errors. Now software compiling completed with error. So I will check what is the error exactly. If you see here downside, it is showing that a structure without component is not allowed. So I will double click that one and I see what is that error. Maybe the year I did not close before for the PLC data type. See here user data type. Just I will delete that one because there is nothing inside, because it's created but there is no data, so it's not compiled. There is some compilation error before. Now I will recompile. See, now I did not see any error. Compiling finished with 0 error and 0 warning, and also the hardware is not compiled, the hardware is up to date. Okay, select the device configuration, select the project and give start simulation again. Now we will try again. Now I can make star search. Just I am giving OK. Now it's showing OK. See, just I will give now load configuration. It will take some time to configure in the simulator. See, now it's almost started. It's giving only one warning, start modules. If you see the PLC not started, just here there is option, there is currently it's no action. So just select there and give start module and give finish. Now it started. See, it become red, and this means now already the simulator started. So you can find the address of 192.168.0.1. I will move in the right side. Now just even you can make the stop the controller simulator, pause, and and again we can run the system. Just I will go to make online. Now you can see all it is in green in the right side. This means it's everything is okay. Even if you see the controller in the configuration, it shows everything tick mark and green. This is okay. So I will just check a main program. So you can see now all the values by clicking at the, you can see in the right side, you can see there is one monitor on and off. If you click on, you can see the monitor on, so you can see green color or blue color lines. This means it's already you can monitor what is the value there. For the pumps, just I will click the pump FC1 and click the monitoring on. Now you can see the logic. Now it is reset. Pump 1 stop, start reset. Okay. Now you can see you can select to modify the values, and you can give like on, off, or anything, because now this is I0.1. You cannot do the command directly because this is a physical signal from the field. See, you cannot modify, but if it is the other address like memory address, or except the hardware address, example percentage I0.1 or 2 or Q, you cannot control directly because it's coming from physical. Now I'm going to close the simulator, Siemens simulator. I'm going to connect the S7-1200 PLC now. Before connecting to the main PLC, I need to check my network configuration of my PLC. It is matching and it is pinking or not. So just I will open the network configuration, double click the network and Ethernet settings, change Ethernet, double click the Ethernet, and change the connection properties, and you can find the new Ethernet network connections from here. Ethernet network, double click the Ethernet network, and you can find the IP Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP 4. From there just select the manual and enter your address. Currently I have different address, so I need to change for my PLC address now. So this is my PLC address now. Currently I said 10.16.168.131. So I will just put that in my network configuration, and I will try to ping first. See, now it is trying, but it's not reachable. So I will check what is the problem first before connecting with the PLC. It is still not reachable. So I will close the network configuration there. And I will check in my virtual, because I am using virtual machine. So I will check in my virtual machine what is the issue. Maybe my main computer, it's already connected with some other network, so I close the other networks, and again I open my virtual machine. Now it's pinging now. Okay, so it's connected. Okay, now already I set in my PLC also the same address of my PLC. Just I will go to now online, double click the online. So you can find the here the PLC IP address, everything, and select this one here, PNIE, and also select the right network configuration of your Ethernet, and select direct slot 1x1 and give all the accessible, because there is option you can give all accessible device, and give start search. So it will search. If it is finding in the right network, it will find you here. See, now already we find PLC2. So you already give starts go online. Now it will try to make online directly to your PLC. See, now it's going to connect with your PLC directly. Initially it will show you orange, then it will become green. This means it's already connected with your PLC through Ethernet. So all the hardware configuration it shows right. This means it's everything is okay, and it started, it's showing also its run mode. Okay. Even if you need to stop, you can stop from here. And now you can check all your online diagnostics of your PLC by clicking online and diagnostics, and you can find all your details. See, now general, you can find your CPU detail, article number, this means your model number, not model number, it's a part number, and hardware, firmware, which version you are using for that, and rack, everything, complete detail you can find from the online and diagnostics. Manufacturing details, see, serial number, profile detail, and in the diagnostic status you can find, again I will open this one. General, you have the complete general, and diagnostic, if you have any issues you can find here the module is okay or not. And in the diagnostic buffer you can find the old history also for the events. If you have any issues previously, you can find from the diagnostic buffer. This is you can tell as like historical detail of your CPU. Maybe if you have any communication issues, warm start, cold start, everything. And from cycle time you can find your graph of that cycle, and memory, how much you are using, what is your free memory, everything it will show you. Load memory, work memory, everything it will show you there. And in the Profinet Ethernet connections you can find your address, the same what you configured in the hardware you can find here, and you can find your MAC address of your PLC as well. And also for the port you already configured for this port 1 X1P1, so it will show you the complete detail of your port and where you are configured with your, even your computer address also it will show you here, MAC address and IP address. And also you can set your time as well here, and sometimes if you need to reset the factory settings you can do from your online and diagnostic settings. Now just I will open one in this program, you can see some other details also. I configured in the main OB1, I configured for the auto operation, IO mapping, scalings and everything. So this application we used in analyzer for one of the project. So just I will open the, I will just downloaded this application already in the CPU, so you can see the values. This is the current value of the pH, so it's showing 0 because see now this value we already make here, so you can see some of the values here, and you can see some status also. So now I modify some small, if you modify any of the rung, and you can find the difference in after you modify something in the right side of your rung, then you can see this one reflected in your left side, because this will show you, initially it will show you if it's connected it will show you green, but when you modify something it will show you blue, orange. So this means there is some modification happen, so it will show you in orange color also. It's like something modified. Online, see, online and offline is different. So once if you just right click the program and you just give the program, you can find from there download software changes only. Click that one and it will combine and it will become green because it's already compiled and updated in your PLC program as well. See, so we will close now. We will off the monitor. And you can see this one in your CPU as well. Now I hope you understand at least some basic of the Siemens TIA portal configuration as well as the PLC program, at least some basics. So we will see in the next video complete detail of this depth program, because now in the part 1 we will make only the basic application configurations only. In the part 2 we will see some detail, and also we can see the later on for troubleshooting and other details as well. See, now you can see all the parameter values as well in the PLC. I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see on the next video.